Hey, my name is Steve Layton. I'm actually the builder and owner of the Philly Time Machine, which is a DeLorean time machine replica. A little bit about me is I grew up in South Jersey, small little town, great parents, great family. And then one day when I was 4, saw the time machine in Universal Studios, Florida. And at that point, with my knee-high white socks and bowl cut, I became obsessed. It really, it went dormant for 20-something years until I finally bought a DeLorean in late 2016. I bought it, and kind of the dream was always wanting to turn it into one of these things, but didn't really know it was possible. Fast forward a few years, driving on the PA Turnpike, I see a time machine in front of me, a replica, just driving down the road, and I was already following that person on Facebook and Instagram, and I reached out. I said, "Hey man, how did you do it?" He put me in contact with the DeLorean Time Machine Builders group on Facebook. From there, it was kind of just a lot of questions on my part, answers on a ton of other people's parts, where the community is insanely welcoming and generous with giving out the information and to those who want to do it. So if anyone actually wanted to do it, sure, go ahead, join it. They'll tell you, I'll help you. But yeah, once I found that group, it was asking all the questions to people and getting all the answers to kind of how to find parts, where to find parts, how much it costs. As far as time, I've spent about 800 to 900 hours on the project. Over the course of a year, I actually started it when my wife was 8 months pregnant, and I asked her, hey, I think it's a good idea to spend about 40 grand of money we don't have to build a time machine replica. And she said yes, which is one of the many reasons why she's awesome. But yeah, I didn't have the money, we didn't have the money, so I maxed out 2 credit cards, about 40 grand worth, put it on 0% interest for 18 months, and I gave myself 18 months to pay it off by doing different events, weddings, corporate events, parties, all sorts of stuff. Some parts were, more hard to find than others, and more time and money that went into it than anything else. So if you're willing to pony up the money, finding the part isn't hard. It's just waiting for it to be fabricated. And then since I'm not the first person to ever do this, the community kind of built all the other replica parts. So certain things that you can't find, such as what's called a Janitrol, which is like an airplane heater, like a jet engine heater. They can cast it and send out a raw casting of it. You can paint it and kind of go nuts and put it on the car, and it looks just as good as new. My favorite story kind of goes back to my wife letting me, max out 2 credit cards and try to kind of do this thing that I've wanted to do since I was a little kid. And then the one mistake I did make was when the day I was quote unquote done, I made a huge Facebook post, thanked the whole community, and went out to meet my family for mini golf. And at that point I broke down in the parking lot, spent about 7 hours waiting for a tow truck, and then the car was in the shop for 6 weeks. So I've now learned to never use the word done. But yeah, the people that helped me out, my main go-to was guy Brett Aiken. He's from Arizona Time Machines. This guy's an absolute savant, and he's one of the main reasons why I was able to do this. And if anyone ever actually wanted to go down this road, please reach out to him, and he'll be more than willing to kind of guide you in the process. But yeah, that's a little bit about me and my DeLorean, and hope you all enjoy it.